Welcome to the Rafi Podcast.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Rafi Podcast. I'm your host, Hector Sanchez, and today I am here with my guest, Montae. How you doing, Montae?
I'm doing good, man. Appreciate you guys for having me.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming on board, dude. I know you have a busy schedule yourself, and you have your own podcast.
Yeah.
And it's the QMO Podcast. Mm-hmm. Now, how did that come about?
Man, originally it wasn't QMO Podcast. It was actually What Does It Take? And,
okay.
So when I first started the podcast, I was on Zoom, like with my laptop, and I was just bringing on people that I thought was like inspirational, that had like a really cool story. And I came up with the concept, what does it take to be successful? So that's like how I came up with the name. And I was interviewing people like my high school coach, like my college coach, and like I interviewed like a local AZ artist. And then so that's how the name came about. And then like once I like rebranded it and I got into like a studio space, and I brought some guys on and we were doing it, and then we kept that name for a while, and then we kind of ran into like some legal stuff because there was like another, like it wasn't a podcast, but they had something called What It Takes. And I think because I was getting like a lot of attraction, and the paperwork was basically saying like I'm taking away from like their fans, so then that's how I changed the name.
So, they reached out, they sent
they sent me a letter and everything, dude. Like they sent the letter to my grandma's house.
Oh, did they?
In Tennessee.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, and I was living out here, bro. So I was like, what the hell? So I didn't like know to like either fight it or just like change the name. So I just changed the name.
Got it.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, of course I know you, but, for the audience that doesn't, tell us a little bit about yourself, like your background, where you from.
Yeah, man. So originally I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. I've been out here about 6 years. I went to college in Michigan, played basketball, college basketball. And then I went from there. I played overseas. I played in Spain. I was in Valencia and Benicarlo. And then I got to play a little bit in Denmark. And yeah, man, I mean, for me, it's just like a very laid back, cool guy. Anyone that knows me know I'm very like laid back, genuine. I try to be like a nice person, be welcoming to everyone I come across. And I just work hard, man. Like the goal is to, be successful and just, being able to help people. That's part of the reason why I do the podcast, is to kind of give people a platform to share their story, what they're doing, and, just kind of, provide that open hand. But, obviously it's going to continue to grow, and, I want to make my platform, like the voice of the valley when it comes to talent. But there's a lot of podcasts out here, so there's no like disrespect or shade to anyone what they're doing. It's just for me, I just want to create something that, give people like an opportunity. So yeah. And that's like the short version of it too. Yeah. Yeah.
Now, I didn't even know that you played overseas. How long ago was that?
Man, I'm 33 now. 33 now, man. Dang, I feel old saying that.
Yeah.
But I graduated college 2018. Right out of college, I went to Europe after the summer. And then we had COVID happen after that. And then I got injured. I had like a stress fracture surgery, so I had to take some time off. And then I went back. So I've probably been out the game probably about between 4 or 5 years. I don't even really play competitively like that no more. I'll probably play like a little bit of LA Fitness, or I might get some bump in with some of the pro guys. But yeah, bro, my legs are just banged up, bro. So
how was that experience, moving from the States to living over there and playing basketball? Because, I mean, you're away from your family and all that, right?
Yeah, man. To be honest with you, it was my first time out of the country.
Okay.
So, when I got the opportunity, I talked to my mom about it, and I was just like, hey, I said, I want to give it one more go. I want to, like, the goal was to go to the NBA, right? But not everyone can make it to the NBA. But I said, I know I can play professionally. So I went to a camp in Spain, and I told my mom, I said, hey, if it doesn't work out, then I'll get a regular 9-to-5 job. And I went to Spain. I was out there for 2 weeks. We had 2 days, and we played against other Spanish teams. And dude, literally like 3 days before like it was time for me to fly back to the U.S., I got the call to like go play in Benicarlo. And man, I took the train it was a small town, couple thousand people. The agent picked me up, took me to the team. They had me staying in a hotel. I got to meet the guys. None of them spoke English, not even the coach. And yeah, dude, the rest was history, bro. I played my first game with them literally the next day. And like I just had to just fall in, and it was a hell of experience, man. But I wouldn't trade it in for anything.
Damn, so they just threw you in there.
They threw me in there, bro. Yeah. I went there first, bro. It was crazy, bro, because like when they told me I got the call, I was like, I had to literally like pack my bag and just be out of here. Like, so they, we called a cab, and mind you, man, like, they're not really speaking English like that. So I'm pretty much trying to like read like words so I can kind of understand how to navigate. So I get to the train station, dude, I got in the wrong seat. I didn't know where to sit at. So I was like trying to find where the hell's my seat. So I found like a little bar on the train. So I just kicked it there the whole time until like I figured out which my location. So I was just listening for Benny Carlo, just listen for Benny Carlo. As soon as they say Benny Carlo, I'm getting off this train. And they said that, and then luckily, like, the agent was right there for me to like, get picked up from the train. And when he picked me up, he took me to a hotel, whatever, in the city. And it was very, man, just mind-blowing, bro. Just like, it's a whole different culture, a whole different world. The people are different, food is different. But it was very welcoming, man. So when I got to the gym to like meet the team, hey, they called me Harris. Like, they would say, oh, this is Harris right here. He's from the U.S. I was like, how you doing, man, or whatever. And then like, okay, we're going to practice. We practiced for about an hour. Went up and down with the guys. And man, it was cool, bro. And then like the next day, like they said, we played tomorrow night at 7 p.m. They gave me my uniform, and I was like, all right, bet, this is it. Yeah. So I mean, obviously I gotta like show up and like play, because if I play trash, I'm gonna get cut. So like, man, next day, bro, I went out I hooped, bro, and like I just played like my life depending on it. And then after that game, I had like a meeting with like the general manager, the owner. They're big on like coffee and pastries. So it was late night, bro, probably like 9, 10 o'clock at night. And we just sitting at the facility, and I don't know what they're talking about. It's all Spanish, but all I know is they say, hey, we like you, we want to sign that paperwork, and then the rest was history, man. I called my mom, and because bro, I cut myself off from my family. Like I told my mom, I was like, yo, I'm not gonna talk to you until I get signed, like literally. So those 2 weeks, bro, we didn't communicate, like not even my family or anything like that. So I was like, hey, this is what I'm gonna do. And when I signed, bro, I was so happy, man. Like the articles came out from the school, they was talking about it, and it was just that was a great time in my life for sure. Yeah.
How was the the experience as far as like the fans, like the environment? Was it different?
Oh man,
from here compared to there?
Oh hell yeah, bro. They're so, man, like their fans, man, like they really be into it, man. Like even just the kids, we used to speak at schools out there. So I would go to schools and like, and it's crazy because I never really talked about it, but I would go to other elementary schools and like high schools and actually talk to the kids, man, and like actually interact with them and sit in the classrooms. And man, it was, they were just so welcoming, man. We were like their NBA team. So the fans were like super supportive, and like, obviously as an American, I'm gonna stand out like a sore thumb, you know what I mean? So I would, have a hoodie on and, sweats. I'm always walking around the city, bro. And I had a bicycle, so I would ride my bicycle through the town, and, people would just be like very welcoming. Hey, how you doing? And it was cool, man. Yeah. Fans are super supportive for sure.
Did the team pay for your living out there?
Yeah, so they took care of my living. Obviously, like I played tier 3, so I wasn't like making like crazy bread. But at that time, bro, the economy wasn't bad. Like you can actually survive off that. So they had me in like a dope. At first I was rooming with 3 other teammates until they figured out my living. And then they put me in a house on the beach, and I was staying with a couple other guys, and bro, it was a fire setup, bro. The crib was,
I mean, a house on the beach, that's all you got to say.
Yeah, bro, I ain't gonna lie, it was a fire setup, man. And we would, after practice, man, I would go get coffee with the guys, or I'd just go bike ride and just see the city, put my headphones in, and just explore, man. I learned a lot about myself because, like, obviously you don't have no one you can interact with that speak English outside of my teammates. So a lot of that time, man, I just kind of took to myself and just go bike ride and explore. I go eat by myself, and I started learning how to just be alone, man. It's probably why I'm like that now. Like I'm very solo. I don't really have like a lot of people with me. So yeah.
Now, I mean, as far as like from being an athlete and now being like a creator, how's that changed, man? Like,
as far as like in what aspect?
Like, do you still kind of have like the same traits from basketball, like practicing every day, or was it a hard transition for you? Like, were you not good on camera?
I mean, when I first started doing the podcast on Zoom, I watched it and that shit was kind of trash, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Mm-hmm. Like it wasn't the best. Like even just. But I mean, I was getting new to it, and honestly, man, like I was very shy, so I would get very nervous around people when it comes to like speaking. But
yeah, which now you can't even tell. Like,
now you can't even tell. But I mean, just with anything you do, man, we can't allow fear to like hinder us from being successful. Because if you're always worrying about what people think or like their thoughts on you, man, you will never get far in life. And I just realized like, okay, I can't play ball no more. You know, the ball has stopped bouncing, but I got to find another way, some type of passion. And I went to school for communication and journalism, so I was like, all right, this is gonna be the new way for me. So yeah. No, not at all.
Okay. Do you coach now, or
yeah?
I think we were talking about it last time, right?
I do coach, man. Coach. I was coaching with a program called Will Train 'Em. Now I'm kind of doing my own thing, but I coach 5th, 6th grade, and I coach 7th, 8th grade, and it's dope. It's dope, man. So it's fun.
Yeah, I think I seen a couple pictures that you posted on Instagram of you coach. Well, I don't know. That's what I was assuming. I was like, I think he coaches somewhere.
Yeah. I was coaching. So right now I'm currently coaching like the Y team, but I was doing Y and club basketball. And my Y team, I took them to the Phoenix Suns arena for the championship. We fell short, lost by 2-3 points, but shoot, it's a dope experience, man, to be able to coach at the Suns arena, man. So yes. I enjoy it, especially it keeps me involved with the game, and now that I'm older, you get to like look at it from like a different lens. So yeah.
How close are you to your supporting cast in the QMO podcast?
Oh man, bro, we talk a lot. But they also they're doing their own thing too. So I mean with that, it's just kind of like we meet, we do our thing, we have like meetings and like going over how can we just be creative in that aspect. But yeah, for the most part, man, everyone is supportive. We always try to like show love and support to like what they're doing and making sure that we repost or post it. So yeah, I think I would say so. Yeah,
I like your guys' dynamic. When I went to go watch your guys' podcast, like the way you guys just kind of flow and bounce off each other's like conversations, it just seemed like so natural, like you were just having a conversation. And that was like my first time when I was trying to learn to the podcast game,
Yeah, I remember y'all pulled up,
man. It's crazy because it just seems so natural.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it, man. And honestly, it didn't start like that. Like we had to like, first couple episodes, it was kind of just like figuring out like what works, and like obviously you don't want to talk over each other, then you want to like make sure we stay on topic. So I mean, it's like a lot of, even for Leon, bro. Leon never done podcasts, so I would have to. Like, all right, bro, like this is what I need you to do. I need you to be more talkative. So I will have to talk to him in like basketball terms. I was like, all right, I need you to drop like 20, bro. Like, meaning like I need you to actually conversate, say something that goes with the episode. You can't just be sitting there and then I'll be like, Leon, you got something? Be like, nah, I ain't got nothing, chilling, right? So yeah,
he was just in there listening to the conversation.
Yeah, bro. I like
front row to the podcast.
Front row, bro. But you on camera, bro. So it was like, all right, bro. Like, cause we had a couple times like, we would do interviews, and like before Liv got on, it would just be me and him. So I just run it, and I'll be like, I'll look at Leon like, you got something? He's like, nah, I ain't got nothing. Man, it's like 20 minutes went by, bro. We gotta say something, bro. So yeah,
you're like, I'm doing this all by myself.
Yeah, bro. Shit, you might as well sit behind the camera. So yeah, so
that's crazy. No, yeah. And as far as the podcast, do you guys have somewhere where you shoot it all the time? Because when I went, you guys were shooting out of a barbershop, right?
Yeah. So we got a studio downtown Phoenix, man. Shout out to Amplify Studio, Xander and Martin. And Martin no longer with us. He kind of stepping away. But we record there, ideally, like our main setup. But like lately, we've been getting like opportunities to like do stuff like off-site. So like the barbershop, I did an episode at Evo Restaurant in Scottsdale.
Okay.
And we've like done some like pop-up shops where we did like red carpet events and like fashion shows. So, and then I'm kind of in talks of like potentially like hosting a fashion show coming up in Scottsdale for next month. So yeah, so it definitely opened like a lot of opportunities. Yeah, bro, I'm gonna let y'all know. I'm being that thing, man. I might have to have on the Rafi gear.
Yeah, no, I think that'd be sick. Yeah. Now, speaking of events, how was you went to the 30 for 30, right?
Yeah, the Forbes.
Yeah, dude, how was that?
Dude, that shit was dope, man.
Did you get invited or?
Yeah, so like shout out to Liv, man, because so how it came about was she was like, all right, hey, so Forbes coming here, we need to be there. I was like, bet. So she does a really good job as far as like communicating with people. So like hey, we'll email them, send them our stuff. and then we'll, in hopes of getting the invitation. And I was like busy at the time, so I wasn't able to send an email right away, but she did, and she got a response, and then she emailed them on behalf of the podcast as well, and then the podcast got the invite too. So it was really dope, man, to actually say like, yeah, I got invited to Forbes. That's a pretty cool flex.
Yeah.
But I definitely give Liv credit for making sure we was in there. So, but as far as the experience though, I mean, it's an experience of like you in a room with a lot of like-minded creators, and they all just trying to figure it out. And then you realize, bro, there's really levels to it. I got to meet some guys as 4 or 5 million followers, 10 million followers, just making, real money off content. That's when you really can distinguish, okay, who's really doing it and then who's actually putting on the front. Like there's really levels to it. So, and being able to get really good advice. I did like a couple interviews at the Forbes, like, talking to other content creators because a lot of people was asking me, how do you start a podcast? So it was cool, man. It was a great experience. And I got to see Don Tolliver perform. He killed that shit.
Okay. Yeah. I've seen a lot of people post that on Instagram.
Yeah, he killed that.
Speaking of Instagram, I know you have a series going on right now about starting a podcast, right? And the journey.
Yep. Built from scratch, man. And that idea came from the Forbes, because like I had like it was a guy, man, that hit me up. He's like, yo, bro, I love to sit down with you, man. I love the vision of the podcast. And we sat down, bro. Dude was real deal asking me like, how did you start the podcast? How do you reach out to your guests, man? How do you create your setup? How do you know like he was asking me real questions. I was like, okay. And then like another guy from Barstool, shout out to my guy from Barstool, and we was talking, and he was like, yo, bro, like we got to tap in, man. Tell me about this podcast. So I was like, why not just, talk about how like the journey, because I feel like it's being real and authentic. And honestly, everything I'm saying in the series is exactly what happened. Like I started from Zoom, I stayed with my roommate at the time.
Yeah.
Grabbed the laptop, bro. It was a old HP laptop, bro. And I did my first episode in the kitchen. I took a Michael Jordan poster, put it behind me, and I was just kind of doing my own little setup, bro. And I was just like, all right, man. And I had my high school basketball trainer on there, and I had the Jordan poster just for the aesthetics. And I was just like, I had questions written down, what I was going to ask him. And, this was at the time when we had like a lot of crazy, it was just a crazy time for us during that COVID year. And man, I just kind of started doing it like that. And I just started like looking at other ways to be creative with it, with the COVID vibe thing, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. And then, man, that's just kind of how it came about. So
what tips do you have for people that want to start their own podcast?
Man, I say, find what works for you. Be real, be authentic, and try not to, because everyone do podcasts. It's like, but what is like the purpose behind it? Are you trying to do it for just clout? Or are you trying to actually, make a difference? Or like, what's the ideal theme of like what you're going to be talking about? So, but anyone can do a podcast. All you need is a phone. All you need is your camera, set it up. The biggest thing I'll tell people is make sure the quality is good. The quality and the audio got to be good. The topics could be trash, but if the quality, exactly. Kyle,
the producer, got it.
Hey, quality audio got to be top tier, man. And after that, then you can kind of like, you got wiggle room to really do your thing. But, there's some really cool podcasts out here, man, that I've come across and like, talk to us. I'm gonna do some collaborations with, because for me, I'm all about collabing and just like just building like relationships. So yeah
that's what it's all about. Even us just getting to know each other and kind of having the same interests and same things. That's how I was like, yo, I need to get Montae on here.
I appreciate it, man. Yeah, we had some good times.
No, 100%.
Yeah.
Now you just being in the podcast space, do you set time aside to listen to other people's podcasts?
Oh yeah, for sure, bro. Okay. I'm always like looking at podcasts. I look at the bigger brands though. Like I do tap in with like the locals out here as well. But I look at podcasts like Club Shay Shay. I watch Call Her Daddy podcast. She been killing it. Her shit is very creative. I was actually watching Cam Newton podcast before I came here. Okay. So I try to take notes as far as like what can I do different with mine to make it stand out and just kind of keep that engagement, because the biggest thing is our people attention span is very like small. So you got to have a hook for the first 10 seconds to make people want to even stay to watch a minute. And then so like each episode I try to do it differently.
No, I try to watch a lot of podcasts too. like even if it's just in the background going on while I'm doing something here at home.
Yeah.
But yeah, I watch a lot of It Is What It Is.
Yes, I seen that podcast too.
There's a podcast. It's called La Plática. It's these two Latino homies from LA.
Yeah.
I try to watch a bunch as much as I can.
Yeah,
because of course, I try to be a student of the game and just how you're saying, try to take notes and see what they're doing.
Yeah.
What's interesting, what you like from their stuff. But yeah, It Is What It Is one of my favorite ones, man.
I've seen theirs.
It's comedy, bro. Now, as far as being consistent, what kind of advice would you give somebody as far as like the podcast? Because I know it is easy to start it, but being consistent, like what tips would you say?
I mean, just kind of you want to have a plan mapped out. It's how many episodes you want to produce per month. And honestly, if you can knock it all out in one day, then I would advise knock it out in one day. But we kind of changed it up now because now I work with more sponsors and like more like I try to work with like brands. So like now I'll probably do maybe 2-3 episodes out the month, and then I try to have it already recorded. So each month we already got stuff like laid out. So, but when I first started doing the podcast, where I messed up at is that we were spending so much money into it and we didn't have any money coming in, and that was just because like I felt like I didn't have like the following. But like now that we average about like 5,000 plus listeners and like people actually watch it, now I have something that actually provides value. And people came to me and told me like, yo, I was on your podcast, dude, and man, it didn't open up so many opportunities for me, distribution. So it's like, okay, I can't undersell it. Like now I can't, because I actually I put in work to where it actually provides value and it give people, it elevates your image. So
no, preparation is a lot that I learned. Ernie has taught me a lot. Shout out to EC Rock.
Yeah.
He's very big on preparation. And honestly, if I wasn't prepared, I feel like I'd be a mess.
Yeah, bro. You gotta have a team around you.
It's a lot, bro.
Dude. It's a lot.
Which I'm sure, of course,
Nah, it's a lot, bro. Like I ain't gonna lie. I was at the barbershop yesterday and he was like, man, I see you doing a lot of great things, man. I was like, yeah, man. I said, man, I hope it pays off, man. I said, nah, man, you're right there. I said, nah, man, because at times, like, I do have moments where it's just like, maybe I should just do something else. Like, but then I feel like I'm so close, it's like I can't stop. It's like, it's almost like you're hanging on a ledge, and it's like, hold on, wait a minute, 1 second. Help is coming. Just hang on. And it's like, as soon as I let it go, the help that already came, man. So it's kind of
it's like that meme where that dude's mining for diamonds, and it's like right there.
It's right there, bro. As soon as you give up, that's when the shit pops. So yeah, I just got to keep going.
Yeah, no, I watched a couple of your podcasts and I see how like professional it is. And I've learned a lot from you, from especially like your guys' setup, but especially from you, speaking and everything. So I try to mimic, as much as I can.
We're here to help each other, man.
Yeah.
Any way we can help, bros. I'm not hard to find. I don't have 20, 50,000 followers. Hit me up in the DMs. If I see it, I'm gonna respond. So
now, do you have anything that you're looking forward to right now as far as like the podcast? Are you any special guests that you're?
I think now, man, I'm transitioning into doing more speaking engagements, like workshops and stuff. So I do a lot of stuff for like high schools. I work with this program called Level Up Workshop, and we speak at a lot of schools. So I actually have a senior graduation I'm speaking at. Well, it's actually like their senior breakfast. And then also like, in talks of possibly doing this fashion show where, I'll be like the host for. So I think now it's like I'm looking into doing like more media stuff where I'm like hosting events, because I don't want to just be known as a podcaster. I want to be known as like a media personality. So so that's what I'm looking forward to, man, the most. My goal, man, is next 5 to 10 years, I want to be hosting BET Awards or Grammy, stuff like that.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see you like Speedy.
Yeah, man, for sure. And bro, I love what that's where the inspiration came from.
Yeah.
So.
Nah, I think he just left Complex, but he's like doing, I forgot what he's doing.
I think he's starting his own brand now.
Yeah,
he's doing his own thing. So Complex, y'all hiring, man. I'm right here.
Yeah, I was looking at his Instagram post that he did recently, and he left, or how he started with Complex. Like he kind of just nudged his way in there and
the internship
helping out as much as he could. And I was like thinking about it. I was like, damn, that's motivation right there. Yeah,
man. We all start from somewhere. So yeah,
he has that brand. It's called, is it Comf? Is that the one that he's always wearing?
I think, is it Comfy?
I don't know.
I think it's Comfy or something like that. But
shout out to Speedy, you know.
Yeah, shout out to Speedy, man.
Send us some merch. You know, we'll rock it.
Yeah, man.
I actually, it's crazy too because I was thinking about it. I went to Complex Con last year in November with the team, and I saw him do a podcast live.
Oh shit! How was that?
It was crazy because it was who was it? It was Pusha T and his brother.
Oh, dope.
Clips, I think.
Eclipse.
And he was doing a live podcast in front of people, and I was just sitting there paying attention to it because it was pretty interesting. You know, I've never, besides yours, but I've never seen like a live podcast like where there's like a bunch of people just sitting there.
Production team way bigger when you got the funds for it.
Yeah, so it was like a full circle moment because I was like, damn, I just saw him live. Now he's not doing it anymore. So yeah, it's crazy. Complex Con, man, it's insane, dude. There's so much going on. Like there's like everything's going on. There's a crowd of people walking by. There's streamers. I was actually having a couple of ideas. I wanted to tell Ernie we should invite you this year.
Yeah.
But no, it's insane, bro. It's overwhelming. Like,
man, invite me. I'm down for that. That'd be dope.
No, it's overwhelming because there's just so much going on, bro. Damn. There's like live streams, and then honestly, we went to honestly learn a lot about what other brands are doing. Like tote bags, the way that they get people in the booth, booth setup, and of course you just meet a bunch of different artists.
Yep.
But yeah, it was cool. Honestly, I loved it.
Nah, that's dope, man. And I mean, honestly, that's kind of how Forbes was. It was like a lot going on. You got to sit and listen to the speakers. I got to hear Michael Phelps speak. And honestly, man, like after Forbes, it really like shifted the way I thought on certain things. As far as like entrepreneur mindset, because being around those people, I was like, okay, I can really do this. Like I just gotta lock in. Like I can see other people, like what they're doing and how they made it and how they like where they started from, where they are now. I was like, yeah, I can do this shit. Like I belong here. Like if I'm here for a reason, like yeah, I can do this shit for sure.
It's funny because I got the complete opposite. I went to go watch Joey Boy's podcast, and I feel like I got some imposter syndrome. Yeah. And I'm like, man, but I'm like, nah. After a while, I was just like psyching myself out,
Yeah, Joey Boy's killing it.
Yeah, that dynamic is crazy. The way that they do their stuff. But yeah, no, it's crazy. What I wanted to ask you, if we were to give you a billboard, where would you want a billboard at?
Man, you know what's funny? I saw you ask Joey Boy that same question.
You're like the fourth person that told me that.
I would probably... Man, that's a great question, bro. Shoot.
Even back home.
Dang, so it could be anywhere.
Yeah.
I mean...
I don't know if I can... Yeah, I think I can... We're going to be nationwide here pretty soon, so...
Yeah, I would love to... Okay, I'm going to say two, bro. I would love to have one in Memphis. Downtown Memphis, to be exact. By the FedEx Forum, and then I would love to have one in Scottsdale.
Scottsdale, okay.
Yeah, don't really matter. Well, it does matter. I would want it like right by Fashion Square Mall, like kind of like in the mix of everything. So when you go through Fashion Square, you're gonna see me in QMO Podcast. Yeah.
That'd be sick.
Yeah, for
dude.
Sure.
Speaking of Memphis, what's good with all these NBA players throwing shade?
Dude, man, it's so bad, bro. Like, well, I'll take the bad. It's not bad. I think. Well, we'll be honest. Memphis has been known for like our like high crime rate and low opportunities. I think because it's LeBron James, anything he says is gonna go viral. So they made it into a story.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, but everybody say that about like Memphis though. The only thing that I hate about it is that it takes away like all the good things that we have as far as the history, the culture. You got the Lorraine Motel where MLK was murdered. Like it's known for the blues. Elvis Presley house was there. Yeah, man. And, I mean, even Drake, his dad is from Memphis. You know that, right? Like over like near Twinkletown and Whitehaven. That's where I grew up at. Okay. So it has like a lot of like history and value, man. And those people, man, back home, man, like you know, we work hard, you know, because it's not no opportunity out there. You know, when you think of jobs, it's warehouse jobs. You know, you got FedEx or UPS or something like that. If you get a corporate job, it's off of who you know type of deal. It's not going to just fall in your lap when you graduate college. You know what I mean? So those opportunities that I was able to get out here, I wasn't getting it out there. And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. When I came from Spain, I came back to Memphis, and I was trying to figure out, okay, what's next before I moved here. Yeah. And to be real with you, bro, like I didn't know what was going to be the next step, because I had basketball jobs, but they kept like failing every time. I had the China job fell through, Spain job fell through. So I was like, all right, but I was just training, staying in shape, and I couldn't find a good job to save my life, bro. I was valet parking cars, like legit parking cars during the summer, and it's hot in Memphis.
Oh my God.
So I was doing that, and then, all right, well, my mom was like, well, we got to find you some type of job. So I was working at this rental car place at the airport. So I was like, you clean cars and you know, pretty much like putting them on the floor for people to rent them at the airport. So I did that for about like 2 weeks and I quit. But yeah, bro, I couldn't find no job, bro. So there was no opportunity out there. So I had to leave. And when I came here, I feel like each year I got better and better. I started off, you know, I was working at a call center, and then after the call center, then I went to Denmark, and then that's when I got hurt and tore my Achilles. But each year I got better and better, you know, as far as like growing and achieving goals I want to get. I said I want to get a Mercedes. Bought me a Mercedes. I said, bet, our next car I want to go electric. 2026 electric. So I set goals for myself, and each year, shit, I made it work, man. But I had no choice though. So, yeah. No,
that's dope. No, yeah, I've been seeing you upgrade, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, man, working hard, bro. Life is hard out here.
Hey, but shame on you, LeBron. I know you're watching.
Yeah, man.
Don't be talking about Memphis, man.
Yeah, bro. Bro, you want to know what's crazy? When Penny Hardaway opened up a rec center, he was actually one of the guys that was there, and he spoke on like the culture of Memphis. So it kind of like, you know, and I'm a LeBron fan, so I ain't gonna speak too much on it. But yeah, I was like, come on, LeBron. We can do better than that, bro.
Man, so LeBron having a tough series right now, but you know, he's a GOAT, dude.
He is a GOAT.
It's crazy seeing him his age and what he's doing in the NBA.
Yeah,
carrying the team.
Yeah, 100%. What do you think of the LeBron and like Bronny connect? That shit dope to me.
I think it's sick. You know, I watch a lot of podcasts, and I think someone was talking about it. Like, there's players that when LeBron started playing weren't even on the, weren't even born. And I was thinking, I'm like, well, obviously his son. Yeah. And I'm like, they're throwing oops at each other, and it's sick. I think it's sick, but I don't think he's good enough. But I think it's either way, you have to do it. If you have the opportunity to do that, like we're like, oh, you know, my son and I want to hoop together, and it's LeBron, you're the best player on the planet. Like, it's like, bro. Yeah, why not do it?
For sure, sure, man.
There's never going to be another opportunity like that again.
Not at all, man. And I think with Bronny, man, he has a lot of talent and raw potential because he kills in the G League. Yeah. But I always look at it like it's no different than when you go corporate America. You know, people get, you know, bumped up to higher salaries all the time and not even really qualify for it. So it's like, what's the difference with, you know, basketball? He's just doing it on a bigger stage. But I mean, I was a data analyst for Amazon for 5 years, and I've seen people get bumped up that shit had no business being in those, had no leadership skills whatsoever. But right person, right place and time, just so you know. Yeah. So I
mean, look at me, dude. You know, I have no business being in here right now.
Nah, you got.
I'm joking.
You belong here, bro. Nah, you belong here for sure, man.
Nah, I'm joking. Well, you know, I appreciate you coming on, and do you want to say anything before we sign off?
Oh man, appreciate you guys for, you know, rocking with me on the podcast, man. I'm super grateful for the supporters. Obviously, just gonna keep working hard doing this thing. Which camera is this? My camera?
Yeah.
We're gonna keep. I'm over here looking right, left. I'm gonna keep building and keep growing, and just want to create, you know, opportunities for others. If you haven't, man, make sure you check us out, man, at QMO Pod. You can also follow my personal _ Montae Harris. And yeah, man, we're just going to keep building this thing in the Valley. So shout out to Rafi.
Make sure you guys tune into the next one. Make sure you guys tune into the QMO podcast. Like, subscribe, do whatever you guys want. If this video gets, 10,000 likes, we'll give Montae a billboard.
10,000 likes, man. Let's do that. Dude, 10,000 likes.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
All right,
That's a good deal.
all right. Appreciate you guys tuning in. We'll see you guys on the next one.